where people are trying to teach you how to come in and trade actively in stocks. Well, I regard that as roughly equivalent to trying to induce a bunch of young people to start off on heroin. It is really stupid. And when you're already rich, to make your money by encouraging people to get rich by trading. And then there are people on the TV, another wonderful place. And they say, I have this book that will teach you how to make 300% a year. And all you have to do is pay for shipping, and I will mail it to you. How likely is it that a person who had suddenly found a way to make 300% a year would be trying to sell books on the internet to you? And it's ridiculous. And the people who do this all day think they're useful citizens. The advertising agents that invent the lingo. And so in insurance, they say, the two people who shifted from Geico to the Glotz Insurance Company saved $400 each. What they don't tell you is there are only two such people in the whole United States, and they were both nuts. But they mislead you on purpose. And I get tired of it. And I don't think it's right that we deliberately mislead people as much as we do. Let me tell you another story that I think is an interesting one about the modern life. But this goes back to a different time. And this man has this wonderful horse. And it's just a marvelous horse. It's got an easy gait and good looking and everything. It just works wonderfully. But also occasionally just gets so he's dangerous and vicious and causes enormous damage and trouble and breaks arms and legs for his rider and so on. And he goes to the vet and says, what can I do about this horse? And the vet says, that's a very easy problem and I'm glad to help you. He says, what should I do? And the man says, the next time your horse is behaving well, sell it. Well, how immoral that is. And haven't I just described what private equity has to do? When private equity has to sell something that's really troublesome, they hire an investment banker. And what does the investment banker do? He makes a projection. You can't, I have never seen such expertise in my whole life as is created in making projections in investment banking. There is no business so lousy it can't get a wonderful projection. But is that a great way to make a living, to have phony projections and use it to make money out of people you look right into the eyes of? I would say no. And by and large, Warren and I, we never tried to make money out of stupidity of our dumb buyers. We tried to make money by buying. And if we were selling horse shit, we didn't want to pretend it was a cure for arthritis. And to go through life our way instead of theirs. I think it's always been this way. I think there's always been chicanery. Think of the carnivals, the carny operator. Think how much trickery there is in a carny operation. And people just seek out the weaknesses of their fellow man and take advantage. And you have to get wise enough so you avoid them all. And you can't avoid them if they're in your family. I have no solution to that one. And he was always working for the big blowhard, and he wasn't ever working for his wonderful client whom I admired. And I said, why do you do this? And he said, Charlie, you idiot. He says, the big blowhard is an endless source of legal troubles. He's always in trouble. Baden treats everybody right, the employees, the customers, everything. World where people are trying to teach you how to come in and trade actively in stocks.
What's up, Tim Sykes, millionaire mentor and trader here. I want to teach you, I want to help you.
Well, I regard that as roughly equivalent to trying to induce a bunch of young people to start off on heroin.
We're here to support you. I want to see you on this jet with us next time. It's awesome, and you can totally do it. You love jets too. You love jets too. Admit it. You just don't know it.
It is really stupid. And when you're already rich, to make your money by encouraging people to get rich by trading.
If you're a millionaire, why sell a course?
Then there are people on the TV, and they say, I have this book It will teach you how to make 300% a year.
The Millionaire Booklet's going to give you 8 steps, and guess what?
And all you have to do is pay for shipping.
First, you're going to pay shipping and handling.
And it's ridiculous. And the people who do this all day think they're useful citizens. And I get tired of it. And I don't think it's right.
You're giving away your free book. You're just trying to sell me stuff. Of course I am. I have no shame. I have no guilt. I have no hesitation.
Here's the red flags of a charlatan educator who pushes the inversion narrative and is essentially working for the broker. Well, we know it doesn't always work because the trader is a slave to volatility, and the trader doesn't tell the market what's possible. The market tells the trader what's possible. Remember our euro-dollar example, 106? Buy and sell for the next 250 trading days. Buy at 106, sell at 106. If there's no volatility, you can't make money. Impossible. So day trading doesn't always work. In fact, it works in the minority of cases. It only works in history in the last 15 years, 20% of times, on average. And that is a statistical analysis. You can't argue with it. We're looking at US equities in particular, specifically, and the major Forex pairs. And 80% of the time, it hasn't worked. The odds are not in your favor. So what does that mean? You're being told the inversion narrative. You're being told the opposite of what's true. But what does that do for the broker and the educator? Guaranteed volume every day. If you absolutely believe that day trading always works, or works in the vast majority of times, in history and going forward, what are you going to do? Well, you're a guaranteed idiot. You're guaranteed to trade all the time. Fantastic, perfect client. It's better to not have overnight risk and to exit your positions at the end of the day always. Why is that good for the broker and the educator? Because you're guaranteed to trade twice a day. You enter a position and exit. It also just means that the educator has no idea about risk, because risk can be hedged out overnight. Risk can be hedged out for months with assets that are correlated. Next myth, you can make a monthly income from trading. Well, we know that can't be true. Why? Because you need volatility. What's one of the big educator slogans? Make $10,000 a month trading the international Forex markets. Get the life you deserve. Well, what if the Forex markets don't move? You're not making $10,000 a month trading the international Forex markets. You're losing, and they're actually right. You are getting the life you deserve because you're an idiot. To prove it. And they can't. What's happened? You've been told by a retail trader that they are a professional trader, or they have been a professional trader. So what does that mean? You're being potentially taught by somebody who is exactly the same as you. Just because you have access to a brokerage platform or a trading account with a couple of $1,000s in it, and you trade every day, it doesn't mean you're a professional trader or have been a professional trader. It's like me going out into my back garden every day and kicking a football and saying I'm a professional footballer. Barcelona are not signing me up next week. And I should not be teaching football. It's pretty straightforward. So anyone can do their research. And if you don't, you're actually being really irresponsible. All you have to do is check the regulatory history. So check for the IB agreement, check for the regulatory history. We don't want to take outside money. And if you look at these guys, the weathered faces of the mentors over here and mine, we've all been in the industry for years. We've done our time. When you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning for 10, 15, 20 years, to make other people money and to make shareholders and investors richer, and you make a lot of money yourself on the way, when you've made a certain amount of money, you don't need to get up anymore. You can make a lot of money by doing not a great deal. So all our guys are retired, and we just trade our own money. And as you've seen, hedge funds are a very specific investment vehicle. How much does it cost to set up a hedge fund structure? Over $1 million. If you don't need it, you don't do it. It's stupid. It's vanity over sanity. So we saw manufactured backstories. IB agreement, regulatory history, manufactured backstories. What about manufactured trades and deception? You'll see this a lot in the online world. You'll see lots of educators active on social media, posting screenshots of charts. And this is essentially hindsight trading. So for example, posting a picture of a chart on social media with an arrow that points here and an arrow that points there, saying, I bought it here, I sold it here. Congratulations. Well, anyone can do that. Anyone can pull up a chart and say, I should have bought it at 5 and I should have sold it at 8. It's just bullshit. So that's hindsight trading. What about predicted trading? Predicted trading is very disingenuous in your own ideas. Manufactured trades and deception, again. Deception, this is how the online world works with people who have a false narrative. They know everything they say is bullshit, but they have to give the impression that other people believe it, so you get sucked in. So there's 2 things you need to watch out for: sock puppets and meat puppets. What's a sock puppet? Well, put a sock on your hand and speak. You open 400 social media accounts, different email addresses, different names. What do? You pretend to be people commenting on all of your posts, and you're logging in to 80 of them per day and making the comments. There's a huge amount online of complete nonsense, and people get sucked in by it. What's a meat puppet? A meat puppet is a sock puppet, but it's a human. They're hiring someone in Bangladesh, China, India, wherever, Russia, to log into the accounts and do it for them. And they'll upvote all their comments to get them to the top. So it looks like there's a narrative occurring that believes they're bullshit. So then people get sucked in. They build fake websites, so they'll comment on other business people and then comment on themselves. That's a sock puppet fake website. Fake reviews, and they'll give reviews on themselves, obviously that are favorable, and then reviews on their competitors that are not favorable. So this is how they all do it. Or they can literally engage in actual criminal activity, which is creating equity curves of trades that they claim they've done going back in time, which shows them making money over time. And all they've done is gone into a spreadsheet or the back end of a website and typed in buy at $5, sell at $5.65, and it just updates their equity curve. And it's not audited by third parties. It's not audited by accountancy companies. They don't have administrators. It's self-administered, and it's actually criminal activity. Because what you're actually doing is you're mis-selling financial performance. Lifestyle and social media posts. This is the stuff that's designed to distract you. So drastically overemphasizing the conflation between trading and lifestyle. So of course, if you know what you're doing, it doesn't matter where you press the button. It's less than 1% of what you'll do as a trader. It's the other 99% that's important. You can't be sitting by a pool coming up with 10 really good trading ideas per week. You actually do need to work. You can press the button when you're lying by the swimming pool, but you have to do the other 99% of the work. And you can always tell an educator that's had no trading experience because they'll constantly push the lifestyle narrative. It's creating the hopes and dreams. And how do they do it? Most typical ways: renting houses on Airbnb, and doing MTV crib-style tours of their houses. But they'll literally rent the house for a day, and they don't own it. It's rented for a day. Or they'll rent a supercar for a day. And in the house and in the car, they'll film all day and collect 3 months of content and drip it out over 3 months. So they build archives of content to drip out the inversion narrative. Possibly my favorite is withdrawing cash and parading it, saying that you made it in trading. That's where you get it from. Prop movie money store. There's $1 million on sale for $450. In new style, aged look 100s. That's where they get it from. And of course, when you wrap all of this up together, the IB agreement, the no regulatory history, but telling you they're a professional trader when they're actually a retail trader, the manufactured backstory, the manufactured trades and deception practices that they engage in, and the lifestyle and social media posts. Of course, the cherry on the top of the cake is the reason why they do it is because they want to inspire you. So you can one day be like them. So you open a trading account. 20 days later, you're gone. Congratulations. But there's other areas of trading infrastructure where IB agreements are very important.
As you do on stocks, can you tell us a little bit about what those filters are?
That is a key question, because when we buy businesses, we don't have managers to put in them. I mean, we're not buying them that way. We don't have a lot of MBAs around the office that we're...
Thank God.
Yeah. That I promised that they're going to have all kinds of opportunities. And so, as a practical matter, we need management with the businesses that we buy. And 3 times out of 4, or thereabouts, the manager is the owner and is receiving tens of millions, maybe hundreds of millions of dollars. So they don't have to work. And we have to decide in that time when we meet them whether they love the business or love money. And we're not making a moral judgment. Charlie may, but I'm not making a moral judgment about whether it's better to love the business or love money, but it's very important for me to know which of the two is the primary motivator with them. And we have had extremely good luck in identifying people who love their business. What we have to do is avoid anything that, on our part, is that love of the business or makes other conditions so intolerable, that love of the business. And we have a number of people working for us that have no financial need to work at all. And they probably outwork 95% or more of the people in the world. They love smacking the ball. And
a few months ago, Iman released a program called Influencer Ignited. For $1,000, I better be getting a complimentary slap and tickle, if you know what I mean.
All over the internet are accusing him of being what you would call a fake guru and are questioning the main sources of his wealth. This in videos for quite some time now. I sat down and watched through his content dating all the way back to 2016, where he was just a young jit with 0 bread. So let's take a look at what I found and try to figure out how legitimate his self-proclaimed 30 million really is.
Can you tell me like roughly what your net worth is?
Do around like $1.5 million a month at the moment.
$1.5 million a month. Okay.
Iman Ghazi was born on January 3rd of 2000 in South Russia, where he was raised by his single mother and grandparents. You could say his life really was a movie, as he describes his early life living situations similar to the film Borat. Much like the shorties in my DMs, Iman did not have a father figure in his life, but his mother and grandmother made him feel like he had someone he could look up to. Growing up, his mother worked 2 jobs to be able to support herself and Iman, and upon turning 4, they moved to London, which was quite the transition for him. Going from a small town in Russia to all of a sudden living in a huge city took some adjusting for Iman. He went from TV channels that would broadcast the oldest classics to watching the latest videos from Mr. Recent Era. At the age of 8, instead of getting into devious trouble with his friends, he instead began reading books. He would go to his local library.
Is here. You can now get rich quick. You can make $1 million. You can be a millionaire thanks to Get Rich TikTok, but you need one thing. Knowledge. It's only small issue in order to become a millionaire with FinTalk, you need to first be a billionaire. That's basically it.
Just bought virtual real estate. Yeah, you heard me right.
You heard me right, boys. Hey, 12-year-old, #1 wealth advisor. I'm sorry, shouldn't there be an age limit for wealth advice? I think there has to be some regulation, please.
There's a platform called Earth 2 where you can buy real estate that doesn't even exist.
Yeah, and the profits you make, say it with me, don't even exist.
A lot of people have been talking about it recently, so I bought $13 worth, and overnight it turned to over $50.
I like how it's like, I literally got 270% gain overnight, LMAO. Hey, good luck getting your money out of Earth 2, buddy. That's totally not gonna flop. Oh my gosh. Welcome, guys. Where's the intro? Please, roll the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the $10 million studio. I'm your host, CoffeeZilla. And today, as you know, we're doing another Stocks with TikToks. I hate 401ks. This is Chris Crone. We're going to be hearing a lot from him today.
Maxed out your 401k could be the dumbest advice that I've ever heard for anyone that wants to take financial control of their future. Why? But Chris, it's free money. You do max contribution and the company matches you. It's awesome. Like, are you kidding me?
I love when people, hey, just because you make the baby voice doesn't mean you're right. It is great to max out your 401k. You idiot. I can't believe they just give anyone like this the ability to go tell people how to make money. Do you guys realize this guy has an SEC complaint against him? Yeah, that's a thing. He had to pay $75,000 to settle it. Oh, why was that? Oh, he had a scheme before this. So you think, all you see is this guy with like 700,000 followers on TikTok. You think he's some big genius. Bro, he's going against like all financial advice ever.
First of all, I give you my money and I'm never going to see it for decades.
It's into some CoffeeZilla. I think you could have done a lot better if you'd invested that into real estate, bud. But the most ironic part of this is that he's saying the most dangerous thing is what you don't know. And then he proceeds to rant about a bunch of things he has no clue about. Do you think this guy understands the stock market when his big advice is 401ks, index funds, anything in the stock market? Don't believe in it. Just believe in real estate, because real estate never goes down, guys. You can never fail in real estate. Real estate's the only way to get rich.
With real estate, you start here, and then it'll just slowly go up.
I mean, look, I'm not even saying real estate's fine. It's just one of many options, but it's hilarious. This guy, the number one thing, most dangerous thing is what you don't know. And then you go and talk about a bunch of things you don't know about. Now, of course, let's be honest. You know why he's doing this, right? You know why he's selling you all this information.
This year, next year, and the year after, I've got a special event I'm doing April 13th. Oh. It's a 2-hour masterclass. I'm going to teach you how to take 50 grand.
It's just a pitch for your stupid masterclass. So, yeah, I don't even know if he believes in this stuff. I mean, he just sells it. Listen, if he was so great at it, why wouldn't he just do it? If he made so much money at it, why wouldn't he just, again, do it? And listen, before you say, Steven, wait, what are you talking about? Like, of course he'd want to do this with get extra money. Look at this. He says he can get annual 25% annual ROIs. That's what this says. And he gives you a little chart to show you that basically the stock market's a scam because it only gets you 6% a year. Meanwhile, oh my gosh, you're going to get 25% a year in the stock market. Okay, if that's true, Chris Crone would never be selling a course. If he could get 25% annually in the stock, in the real estate, he'd never sell a course because he'd be making ungodly amounts of money focusing on his real estate empire. So the very fact he's selling you some stupid masterclass should be a dead giveaway. Wet wipe. People do pay attention to how they perform. That's literally why people suggest them. They've done the math. They go, hey, this is a great option. It consistently performs unlike many other investments. Now, this guy, behind the scenes, of course, he wants to sell you on his little insurance scheme. Guys, no video would be complete without giving equal opportunity to the women grifters of TikTok. We got to give equal opportunity. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, how do you get rich faster? Real estate or AI? This should be good.
How do you get rich faster? Through real estate or AI? Let's see. This is artificial intelligence that I use, and look at this. If you started 2019 until today, 2 years later, with only $10,000 in balance, you would have made 1,200% return, and that would have left you with $133,000 in year.
Guys, do you see anything wrong with this? 2 years, 1,200% ROI. Are any alarm bells going off for you? I swear, dude, we've gone so off the deep end of what's like even possible. You've gotten to this point where people are literally pitching fraud schemes. I mean, think about this, dude. Somebody's telling you put all your money in some random pop-up fly-by-night company you never heard of for their proprietary AI, guys. We're getting a little bit different here. We got an IPO tip.
So tomorrow is DoorDash's IPO.
Stop playing copyrighted music, please. I'm trying to react to these things, and you guys are killing me.
A lot of you guys have been asking what I think about it. So it looks like it's going to open up between $90 to $95. I think it's a great investment for a long term. I'm not sure how it's going to be right away for options, but for a long term, IPOs are very interesting. All they can do is go up.
Wait, what? You guys know IPOs. They only go up. Number 2, always
everybody to get access to their motherfucking 401k and bet it all on the Patriots +5. This pick will not lose. We are not in this business to lose. Hit us up on.
Hey, the pick will not lose. Okay, let's look up that pick. How did that do? Betting everything on the Patriots.
I don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going to give y'all the math, right? So if you have $25,000 in any brokerage bank account, right, you do margins. Now, the only thing is with margins, it's kind of like debt, but it doesn't need to be used as debt. Sometimes it can be used as collateral, meaning that if you want to sell a call option, and you can get into why you need collateral to sell a call option and get a margin account, when you get $25,000, your buying power increases.
Okay, let me stop this guy. Traders like this, right? They're slightly too smart for their own good, and they get themselves confused. Possibly go tits up, and every time to a disaster.
It's fourth the buying power of 100,000, meaning your collateral is 100,000. Now, when you short a stock, you can make safely 1% to 2% of your buying power.
You can
trade. You're about to make a lot of money, bro. Tradingview.com. Step 2, find USD CAD. So this is an impulse retracement. Impulse retracement. Impulse retracement. One strategy that I use to trade is simply trying to predict these retracements. There's
9.
So I bought a stock, but then it started going down, so I sold it. But then it started going up, so I bought it again. But then it started going down again. But I thought it would start going up again, so I bought more of it. But then it just kept going down. So I sold it again.
Hey, stock investor rule number 9. But to perfectly time the market. And then the reality is this guy right here. Here's our last expert, okay, from TikTok. This guy apparently has 1 million subscribers, so we're saving the best for last, okay?
Hey, Xander, let me tell you a story. I need to be discreet about it, so let's call it B-Coin.
Oh, so you're talking about Bitcoin.
So one day the rich people wanted to be more rich. So they made this thing up called a Bitsy, and they convinced the non-rich people that one day it'd be worth over 100,000.
Yeah, guys, that's what the rich people did. They convinced you all to invest early so then they could get in late. That's why all these...
So the non-rich people bought into it and made the rich people even more rich, even though it's completely made up.
Dude, I love the confidence.
Do it again, and the cycle of manipulation starts all over again.
I love how this guy is telling the story about how the non-rich are getting manipulated by the rich, when this is a rich guy who owns a company shilling this one type of financial product, and he's telling non-rich people, he's going, everyone needs to invest in what I'm doing, otherwise what they're doing is a scam. I love it. So step 10, sell your...
Of YouTube stock tips and stock market gurus, thousands of YouTubers that claim to specialize in stock markets and investing. And every single day, thousands of hours of new content is uploaded, becoming ever more clickbaity, promising huge returns quickly and with minimal risk. Are any of these YouTubers actually qualified to provide this type of financial and investing advice though? They reel in their viewers with the promises of stock market riches, but why should anybody listen to what they have to say? And are they ever held accountable for their sometimes wild claims? Literally anybody with a camera can pick it up and record and upload a video talking about what stocks they think you should invest in for high growth or huge potential return on investment. And I think actually in a lot of cases what we're seeing on YouTube is exactly that. Random people with a camera but with no business providing stock tips or investing advice. But since there has been such a massive increase in the number of retail investors over the past few months and years, there's actually a huge number of beginner investors that are ready and looking for this type of content. Regardless of the dubious provenance of many of these stock recommendations, some of these YouTubers have actually amassed armies of loyal followers, sometimes numbering in the tens or even hundreds of thousands. People who not only watch the YouTube videos, but also pay monthly membership fees to join the Patreon and the Discord, where they get exclusive access to early stock picks. But what happens when things go wrong? What happens when people susceptible to the promise of easy and quick stock market riches invest in inherently risky stocks without doing any proper due diligence and without consulting a certified professional that has legitimate credentials and experience? And on a more sinister level, what happens if a stock market YouTuber decides to try to manipulate their viewers in order to profit, or decides to YouTube videos but stay even further away from any content, exclusive content that they're providing behind a paywall with groups like Patreon or Discord? Has in common is that they will show a disclaimer somewhere before the video, in the middle, after, in the description box, whatever. But in that disclaimer, they're going to say this is for educational or entertainment purposes only, but is not to be construed as investing advice, and please conduct your own research, your own due diligence, blah, blah, blah. Do these disclaimers absolve YouTubers of any responsibility for what happens if people watch the videos and then go out and execute trades in the market based on what they see? On a legal basis, maybe, which is why I'm sure they're all putting those disclaimers in their videos, but on a moral basis, I'm not so sure. Despite the fact that every single stock market YouTuber is going to have a disclaimer of this sort that says it's entertainment purposes only and not investing advice, everything, literally everything about the content, from the title to the thumbnail to the video itself, screams out that it's investing advice. And if it looks like investing advice and sounds like investing advice, then what else can we call it but investing advice? Viewers are clearly watching these videos and taking the content at face value and then going out into the marketplace and executing trades based on the information that they receive. Don't believe me? Look at the comment section of practically any of these stock market YouTube videos. So despite the disclaimers, people are obviously watching the videos and acting on what they see. And some content creators not only recognize this, but actively encourage it. And the reason why some of the less scrupulous stock market YouTubers want their viewers to watch the videos, to take the content seriously, and then to go out into the marketplace and execute trades based on what they see, is that it gives those content creators a great degree of power. They know that if they post a video, some of their viewers, some of their followers are going to go and buy that stock. And that means that they have potentially the ability to have a market impact, to influence the price of individual stocks, as long as those stocks aren't large cap companies. But if they're small stocks, in particular penny stocks, then these YouTubers actually have the ability to pump up the price of that stock just by releasing a video. Of course, after that happens, people that watched these YouTube videos and made investments based on what they thought was legitimate advice will be left in the lurch. And as you can see here, I have proof that some people are in that situation where they've been left holding the bag on some of these penny stock tips from YouTube, which is what I'm going to examine next week. Thanks so much for watching. Hey there, and welcome to part 2 of my investigation into the sometimes scammy and manipulative world of YouTube stock tips. If you missed the first video in this 2-part series, then I'm going to throw a link up here to that, but I'm picking up today right where I left off last time, which is that I established that stock market YouTubers with a large enough following actually have the power to influence the market price of a stock simply by posting a video about it. And that power leads to the potential for pump and dump schemes and market manipulation. Now, according to the Securities and Exchange Commission website, a pump and dump scheme is when fraudsters will spread false or misleading information to create a buying frenzy that will pump up the price of a stock so that they can dump the shares of the stock later on at the inflated price, after which usually the stock price will fall back down and the retail investors will end up holding the bag. And the SEC indicates that this false or misleading information can be spread through a variety of means, including social media, which of course includes YouTube. Now, pump and dump schemes are illegal, there's no question about that. But the issue here is that there is a bit of a fine line or a gray area between a person uploading a video or talking about a stock simply because they like it, and on the other hand, someone providing intentionally false or misleading information with the intent of pumping up the price of that stock so that they can profit afterwards. But how do we distinguish between the two? There's certainly cases where YouTubers with large followings have posted videos talking about a stock, and then afterwards the price of that stock shot up because even if a small percentage of their viewers that watched the video went out into the marketplace and executed purchase orders, that would be enough to pump up the price of that stock. The difficult part though is determining whether or not the YouTuber is involved in some sort of pump and dump scheme, or if they're providing intentionally false or misleading information. Because if they're just posting a video providing their opinion on a stock, whether it's a bull or a bear thesis, that of course is protected under free speech, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that's why this whole realm of YouTube stock tips has become a bit of a shady place. Because on the one hand, you have perfectly legitimate people that are uploading value-added analysis of companies that they like, and on the other hand, you have people that are uploading intentionally false or misleading information for their own gain. This only works, of course, for small companies, small market cap companies, i.e. mainly penny stocks, because with large cap companies like your Apples and your Teslas, there's just not enough viewership, there's not enough followers of these YouTubers to have a significant impact on the price of that stock. But if you're dealing with a company where the market cap is $100 million or less, or less than $1 billion, then it is possible for the price of that stock to be influenced by a large wave of YouTube viewers coming in and buying up the shares. And this reality that certain YouTubers do have the ability to impact the market price of a stock has not gone unnoticed. And this is where this whole saga takes a turn for the more sinister. Because now we have people that are actually reaching out to YouTubers, offering to pay them large sums of money to promote stocks. Are you ready for this? Over the past few months, a number of YouTubers have gone public with the fact that they've been approached by marketing agencies with offers of tens of thousands of dollars simply to make videos promoting specific stocks, usually penny stocks. The list of YouTubers that have been approached with this offer is quite long and includes big names like Tom Nash, Sven Carlin, Cascade Academy, and many, many more. Now check out this video from Brandon of the New Money channel where he talks about exactly how these YouTubers get approached with the offer.
They want a company overview vlog going over the opportunity. So they're not even trying to hide what they want here. They're not just asking for us to review the companies. They are asking us to promote them. Now, to me, that sounds pretty dodgy. They're actually very small companies, or small in the grand scheme of things. We look, there's a market cap of 31 million, 181 million, 482 million, 348 million. So what's the play here? Well, the play here is that these companies are using their marketing budget to pay YouTubers to make reviews about their stock to try and get more investors, to try and get more people to buy their stock and push the stock price up. But the sad thing is that it's working. If you have a look at some of these companies, these small companies over the last little while, the last couple of months, their share prices have been skyrocketing.
Now that video was from November 15th of last year, and a more recent example comes from just a couple weeks ago when Tom Nash, a pretty big stock market YouTuber with over 175,000 subscribers at this point, posted a video on his channel indicating that he was offered $40,000 to promote a specific penny stock company with the ticker symbol ZKIN. Check it out.
Earlier today, I got approached by some Instagram profile asking me to do a review of some stock for $40,000. $40,000 for some video about some stock I've never heard about. And then she said $40,000 for the full video review about ZKIN. What do you think? And of course I answered, I'm sorry, I don't do paid reviews. There's a lot of market manipulation potential here. That's why I think inherently stock reviews cannot be paid for.
After seeing that video from Tom Nash, I decided to do a quick search on YouTube and see if there were any other stock market YouTubers that were making and publishing videos talking about ZK International stock. And not only did I find a number of stock market YouTubers that were doing this, as you can see from the search results, some of them are actually people that I've already been tracking. And I'm going to talk about Practical Investing now, who, as far as I can tell, has posted 3 videos talking about ZK International Group in the last month and a half. Check it out.
In today's video, I would like to tell you about a very interesting company I recently discovered, and guys, I think this company could be the next big thing. So the company I am talking about in this video is a major holding called ZK International Group, ticker symbol ZKIN, and this company does trade on the Nasdaq exchange. Now, as you can see from the graph, the company's stock is steadily rising and is definitely showing some great bullish momentum.
That first video was on February 8th, and he posted an update video on February 23rd.
Here is a quick update on one of my previous picks, which is ZK International Group, ticker symbol ZKIN. Now, I mentioned this stock back when it was trading at just $4.20. Since then, as you can see, we have achieved over 100% return, which is fantastic. But I do think this stock could continue to climb long term, and wouldn't be surprised if we see $20 by the end of next year.
And Practical Investing posted a third full video promoting and talking about the ZK International stock on March 7th, where he largely just rehashed a number of the same points that he had brought up in the previous videos. As another quick example, here's a clip from Trey's Trades, who's a pretty well-established large stock market YouTuber, and he's posted this video that is very promotional in nature, talking about his bull case for ZK International Group.
What's up, YouTube? Oh, baby. We're going to be looking at ticker symbol ZKIN, ZK International Group. And man, this has actually been kind of flying under the radar.
ZK International Group is a very, very small market cap company. It's a penny stock, basically, with a $125 million market cap as of the time of this recording. What are they decided to talk about ZK International Group, a tiny penny stock that is a small drop in the ocean of ticker symbols. Slim to none, if you ask me. And a small company like this, with a market cap of just $125 million, makes it a perfect candidate for a pump and dump situation, because that's a...
Buy Iman Gadzhi's online course and get started with an agency to answer the internet's two most important questions about the 22-year-old Russian millionaire. Number one, is he just another internet fraud marketer? And number two, is the Agency Navigator course actually worth the $1,500 price tag? Okay, so I just bought Iman Gadzhi's course. After buying the course, we spent the next few days watching hours and hours of his video content, making notes on a couple of things like Iman Gadzhi's principles for success. And after 6 days of Iman Gadzhi and his course, okay, so we are now done with the course, and it's a pretty good course. To summarize the first half of what Iman Gadzhi suggests that we do, we need to go ahead, pick a niche, pick a service, and then get so good at that service that we're gonna make our way to $10,000 a month. And so let's get into how my agency is actually structured. For the niche, I wanted to be specific but not basic, so I went with finance YouTube channels. As for the service I'm going to be going for, I'm going to be getting finance YouTube channels more views, which should in turn lead to them making a lot more money. And as for how much I'm going to charge these guys about $1,000, and yeah, that should work. But this was the easy part, setting everything up. Now it's time for the much harder part, actually getting a client to give me $1,000 for my service. Yeah, this is not going to be easy. You see, Iman Gadzhi's course actually did have a ton of value, and I'm actually going to drop 2 of the 6 principles that Iman Gadzhi uses whenever he's starting an agency business. And number 1 was important to hear whenever I was talking to like new customers on Zoom. It allowed for me to actually deal with people who are much more successful than I am and not sound like a huge imposter, because I knew that I had something that the client needed. One of the most important principles is to always remember that the client needs you more than you need them. Okay, so finding clients is just not easy. We've literally sent about 10 looms to different clients, and also sent about like 25 different emails to YouTubers in the finance niche, basically just looking for clients. And we follow the rules that Iman Gadzhi preaches in the course. The main one being, don't sell the service yet, simply look to sell the meeting. And once you're in that meeting, then you can sell the service. Because the alternative would just drive customers away. So yeah, we kept sending in more and more emails to potential clients, but we didn't seem to be getting any real results. We needed to go ahead and actually close the client, and as Iman Gadzhi says, sell him on the service without sounding like a salesman. We were like an hour away from making this call and trying to close this client, and I still needed the question answered. Is Iman Gadzhi a fraud marketer peddling a terrible course? And to answer the question, Maybe. I mean, it depends. Iman Ghazi's course is actually not bad at all. I mean, it's got tons of value, hours and hours of content. Now, I will admit that 20 plus hours of that content is simply him talking about mindset, and that the other 20 hours is actually him telling you how to build an agency, even though it might not be really specific on every single detail you'll need with starting an agency. So yes, tag just wouldn't make sense. But you have to realize, Iman Ghazi's Agency Navigator course is not just a course, it's a lot more than that. I mean, when I was personally building my
Top 5 day trading fails and meltdowns. Number 5. Oh shit.
Okay, I just launched some AMRN right here, off of this support right here. Bounced up a little bit, past this 50 period moving average. Good thing this chance, good chances think you go green, so you know maybe make a nice little chunk along with 1,000 shares and see what happens with this thing. Okay, come on, just keep on moving. Shit, come on, man. Well, fuck, it's got some support right here, so you know maybe it'll hang on to this 16 area, bounce back up. Come on. Fuck! Oh shit! Oh shit, dude! What the fuck? I just lost 1,500 bucks. What the fuck? Oh shit! Oh no!
Number 4. Bam bam, everything happened so fast.
Alright, man. How are you doing this week?
Man, it's okay. It's better than last week. I lose some, but it's fine. But man, today is a really beautiful day. My strategy go perfectly. Let me explain a important rule about trading, day trading, a penny stock. Everything bam bam happens so fast. You got to focus on this. It's like a minute.
What's that?
Oh, that's a chat with professional to make sure we're in the same page. You know what I mean? But anyway, let me show you this strategy. As you can see, this stock, I've been looking at this for a long time. It tried to go above $1, but when it did, boom, skyrocket jump. See, right now it's about, and it even go above $2. That means this stock at the end of this week or maybe today, it have chance to go to $5. So what I do is I put about 20 grand of share, about $2 right here. This one I got in, I believe, yeah, $2.
Wait, you put 20,000 shares in?
20,000 share of $2, so that's about $40,000.
40,000. Man, why would you put that much in there?
Man, that's all I got, man. I gotta say, because my grandfather say, you want to be rich, you want to get successful, you gotta take a risk sometime. And my grandfather never lose. So what I do
that's
is
a lot of money, man.
So when it's about to hit $4 or $5, that's when I'm gonna make a big money. And hold on, what the heck? This cannot be happening to me.
What? Man, you need to be watching that in case something happens.
God, man, just hold on a second.
Alright, man.
Oh my gosh.
So,
I just...
what's it say?
It cannot be... It can't happening.
What is it? Well, turn your other monitor.
Oh. Oh.
Man, you need to be...
Oh my... Hold on.
Let me zoom in.
I did not do the stop loss. I was too exciting to do the stop loss. What is happening to me, man? I lose half of my money. It was at $2 something not long ago. Now it's like 99. No, 106.
Shoot. Oh, that happened so fast, man.
Hold on. This is a dream. My dad gonna kill me. Oh my gosh.
Your dad? Why would your dad care, man?
But it's his money, man. I borrow his. He gave me the money to go to freaking school.
What?
Number 3. Wall Street bet, YOLO. Number 2. Lost my wife's money.
I'm in here trying to make some money. My wife said I can't take the losses I had yesterday, which I basically, I basically lost everything we had. We took out a loan today. We got $10,000, so I'm going to try and turn that into a victory for us. And I'm hoping I can do it. So today is going to be a good day, I hope. Looking at Quadrant 4 Systems and a couple others right now. It's at 56 cents, and I'm going to buy it. Alright, there's a small drop right here. I'm going to buy right here. Is 1 second here. I got to grab my beautiful keyboard I'm going to use, and let's see what we can do here. Alright, I'm going to buy 125 shares of your finest stock you got. Woo! Right then, we're going to buy it and write it out. So I hope you guys are ready to watch me get rich, because I'm gonna do it. Alright guys, so far it's not looking so good. Things are down. I'm down about 6.67%. I'm hoping to get it cracking, get it whipping, get these horses in line and get them back to the stable. Oh shit. Now I'm down 9%. Things are okay. We got an extra $2,000. I'll put it in to kind of even everything out. My wife's gonna kill me if it keeps going down. But I'm alright. We'll be alright. We'll hang in there tough. We'll hang in there tough. 9.5% down now. I'm just going to leave the computer and hopefully I come back and we're going to check it out and everything going to be alright. Alright. Thank God she's off to the market. Alright, we're back. I haven't looked at the stock yet. It's been about 3 hours. My wife is still not home. I wonder if she's at the market or if she's off banging the mailman. Either way, I'm going to take a look at it now. I just got to log into my account and see where I'm at. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for a turnaround. If I can't get a turnaround, man, she should be banging the mailman. For all I know, she is. But let's check it out here. We're going to log in. Oh, boy. Oh, she gonna leave me. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh. That don't make a lick of sense. That don't make a lick of sense. Every article I read about it, every single one of them said it was gonna go up, and here it is. Look at it. It's down in the dumps. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. It's down 32% just on the day. Somebody fucking tricked me, man. Now my wife's gonna leave me. They're gonna repossess my car. Man, this is some bullshit. You try to make yourself an honest dollar and you get yourself raped in the bud. Man.
Number 1. Main Street.
No way this stock is above 120 as soon as the earnings are out. The algos are going to be selling, and then it's going to be like a snowball effect, you know? Wait a minute, did I see what? No, wrong way! Wrong way! No. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yes! No, what the fuck? It's going up now! No! No! Oh, no! Oh my god.